I'm Carissa and I'm playing the role of the early intervention specialist. The pediatrician contacted me about creating a plan for the twin boys who have deaf parents and also have a speech delay.
I'm Kelsey and I'm playing the role of the pediatric doctor for the twins. The parents first voiced their concerns with me about the twins' speech development. So the parents of the twins have expressed their concerns about the speech delay of the boys during their 2-year checkup. And I wanted to meet with you to create a plan for managing their speech delay. Both of the parents are deaf and use ASL in the home. The mother does have a cochlear implant and intelligible speech, but uses ASL at home to communicate since the father uses sign language as his primary means of communication. I want to talk to you a little bit about how to bridge this gap between their native language of sign language, ASL, and the development of speech.
Okay, I guess the first step would be to talk with the parents about increasing the exposure of spoken communication to the twin boys.
So what are some of the best ways to increase that exposure?
The boys need to interact more with their hearing family members. It would also be a good idea to enroll the boys in preschool or some type of early intervention program. That way they could increase their chances of improving their speech before they enter kindergarten.
Okay, and how soon can we enroll them in early intervention?
Early intervention is typically offered from birth to 3 years, so they still have about a year to receive these services. They should start the evaluation process as soon as possible so they have as much time in the program as possible and that they can take advantage of the services and catch up with their peers. The first thing they must do is go through an evaluation that requires them to meet at least 2 criteria from a list including auditory services, speech services, family counseling services, and physical therapy services. The boys are eligible for both speech services and the family counseling services. These family counseling services should help the deaf parents better understand their children's speech delay and how they can help overcome this delay at home.
Okay, I think that probably another good possibility we should consider is working with an SLP. The speech and language pathologist should be pretty fluent in sign language so the parents can be part of the therapy and learn about the ways they'll be able to help carry this into the home. Working with an SLP and having the early intervention plan hopefully will help better their chance of being at the same level with hearing peers once they hit kindergarten. This SLP could work with the parents about finding ways to communicate using speech at home without being able to compromise the strong ASL presence used within the family.
Since the family wants to raise the boys in a bilingual bicultural setting, maybe the SLP could also teach the mother how to use aspects from the bye-bye approach at home to link both ASL and spoken English. The mother could, for example, sign a word and then say the word to help bridge the languages together. But it's important for the mother to form a strong base of ASL so the boys do not become delayed in either language. It is crucial to use the best means of communication so that all members of the family can benefit. For example, the mother can use ASL to facilitate the spoken language.
Okay, what kind of support is there for the parents?
Well, it's important that the parents find support from a family member who has normal speech. It could also help to have someone who understands the bilingual, bicultural world. The parents could find a hearing individual like they trust, like the grandparents of the boys, that can serve as a cultural role model since the boys will be interacting in both the deaf and hearing worlds. We should also talk to the parents about taking advantage of the services available to the deaf population.
Okay, what kind of services are there?
Interpreters are available for meetings with doctors, speech therapists, or other hearing individuals that the twins may come in contact with over their lifetime. It is important that the parents are able to understand as much of this process as possible so that they don't feel left out. We should get them to use the interpreting services now so that they do not rely on their children to interpret in the future. It's important that the children don't miss out on their childhood or become the only bridge between the deaf and hearing world for their deaf parents.
Okay, so we should probably schedule an interpreter for our meeting with the parents next week. Thanks for all the help with the twins, and we'll talk about this with Mom and Dad next time.
Okay, sounds good.